Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Here we go. 180. When he's up. Tight end right. We got 4.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They run for it with Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
11. Hey, check Mike 6.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a run with McCaffrey.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. They'll run with Etienne, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run with Etienne, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jackson. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Etienne. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
11 MT. Chips over here. That's overload.
Now it's Burrow. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Looking to throw. Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the 2nd half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Single. I got a single in the slot. Key 8. No, we changed it. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Yo.
Now Jackson. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very...
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a
touchdown. Complete at the 1. Herb Smith Jr., a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Report.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ship. You. Hey, report.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Report. What is it? Mike 55. Let's go, baby.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Gun. Cut. 180.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run again with Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go. Cut. 180. 180 shot.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
On first down, Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. He juked him, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
You got 4. 42. Shot.
They hand this off to Harris. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll try and run with Harris. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Harris. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Throwing, Jackson. He'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One last shot for Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Steelers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the